nigga, we out bad. We don't give a fuck about your niggas while you're fucking with us. Let me tell you how the shit works. So when I exit the booth, it's like my dick hurts. Yeah, you dirt. Make your bitch hit the track with a pack, selling pussy out of you skirt. And if she bitch dirt fucking, I'ma let her see what happens when my niggas hit that church. Niggas close below average. Make sense in the session. Again, close your face ticks. Fake smile, fake laugh, fake grin. Make niggas realize when they face in the truth, hold down and let loose. So back up, suppress fire, shoot. Fuck this back, give me checks and send me texts with 4 pics, banana ones. I envy that. Fuck a chain, pinky ring, and this watch. I put in work, let my kids enjoy the TikTok. Get rocks, yes nigga, I get rocks. Hit spots for B-War to Bangkok. Won't stop. Head block the shot. Once I aim the real heat with 9 shots. Never hold back, nigga. I got juice. Old got with the whole shit to let loose. There's a ease, sweet 4 lips and bang boots. Walk the wall with a 4-5. Deuce. One ball, nigga, we got that. One beat, nigga, we out that. Talk streets, nigga, we out that. We don't give a fuck about your niggas while you're fucking with us. One ball, nigga, we got that. One beat, nigga, we out that. Talk streets, nigga, we out that. We don't give a fuck about your niggas while you're fucking with us.
What up, y'all?
It's Baltimore. Nigga, back up.
We got the back up.
It won't hesitate to hold it on back up. You say I talk, yeah, I talk. And you the reason that my Tim's getting stuffed up. If I'm the tough talk, and you the bluff talk, you better pack my lunch, cause it's a rough start. When Tommy Boy is spitting, you better take a listen, cause I explode, reload on the competition. Proper requisition, proper ammunition, holes be your body,
In the pot you pissing.
time to make it move, hot like the kitchen, shot and take it breaths, cause I'm known for gripping, and I'm known for gripping, and he said I sit in, and I can lie, shot my pitch, I can tell the difference.
Step to position, aim at your vision, and you can see it coming when I load the clipping.
You can grab your lines, you can grab your text, you can grab your whole group, you can place a bet.
Put your money on it, put your dummies on it. Land face down ground with your dummies on it. I don't play the keeper.
But I collect the paper.
The next level nigga, they call me out later.
Give niggas papers, no give the niggas papers.
Pass the Henry out, red bull chaser.
Time to keep it live.
Now we got the block, stay counting pounds, keep the proud style.
Time is not a pussy, but if you try to push me,
Leave your ass like a berry if you try to touch me.
time is no for tripping. A friend when it's written,
Then you gon' catch me dissing
it's
niggas.
just for recognition.
Time is catch your body, spread for a hobby. Niggas die bad, then they walk beside me. A whole different picture. Let niggas catch the verse when I speak the scripture. Eat niggas from his heart to his fucking liver. Milk snakes for the venom to his up slither.
Baltimore deliver,
I'ma go get her.
and I'ma take it to your ass like the old niggas. Own the mission, start my own division, and I'ma need your undivided nigga pay attention.
I would need your undivided nigga pay attention. What up, y'all? Let me switch over real fast. Hey, we ain't got nobody in here. 3 people. What it do? I found some bullshit. Let's look. I know I've been on this fucking plane shit. So,
And we know one of the victims was on that plane was a little girl who was here for treatment. She was returning home to Mexico after receiving treatment for life-threatening illness, and apparently that treatment went well and she was returning home. And we are now hearing from the hospital.
I mean, they got pieces of planes. So to say, if you ask me, I don't think that no goddamn plane. That shit came down too fast.
Yo, that shit just blew up. Yo, look at that shit, yo.
You said the plane
Damn.
crashed.
Look at that shit. That shit just blew up the whole plaza on Coppin Avenue. Is they okay? Yo. Pull fire. Oh my God, y'all, look at this shit, yo. Yo. Look, y'all.
See, I like real footage. Fuck the news. I don't like watching the news footage. They don't show you shit. I like watching the real shit. Real shit is when people on the fucking ground that should be helping people got cameras out. I'm not saying this man is doing anything wrong. I'm just saying you get the real shit when you see real shit. But what I've been noticing, right? Check this out. I'm gonna point to a couple plane incidents.
Holy shit! Holy shit! This plane's landing on the fucking road! On the loop! Look!
Ew.
Holy fuck. Oh my God.
You know, if it wasn't for that bridge.
I ain't gonna lie, whoever was in that truck. Holy fuck.
I think we're gonna start seeing a whole bunch of shit like this.
Now, I can't tell you that the helicopter aimed for the plane. I don't know that. But I do have common sense. And common sense will tell you nothing adds up here. This is where it gets bad. You see the zigzags here that to me don't make a lot of sense. It goes from 800 feet at 42 minutes past the hour and 47 seconds. And in about 30 seconds, it will drop to that 400 feet level. This is the most troubling of all. Now they're going to ask the helicopter to return to base.
Route 3000, Blue Streak 5347. Blackjack 3, can you return to base?
No answer.
Blackjack 3, proceed directly to Glebe. I need you to land. I need you to land immediately. Can you go to Dulles for a few minutes?
It's not saying climb altitude to avoid the plane. It's not saying do you see the plane. It's saying return to base. It is not normal for a Black Hawk helicopter and the pilot to be told, I need you to return to base. There's no way a helicopter is not going to see that plane.
Now,
I can't
Brandon,
tell you that
I don't know where yo got his footage from. I don't know where the fuck he got that shit from. But it looks interesting to me. Sounds about right. So I'm gonna roll with it. Niggas supposed to turn around and come back fucking 10, 15 minutes before. He's supposed to turn around and come back 10, 15 minutes before he crashed into a fucking plane. And he wasn't saying anything. But then you went here on another fucking video where the nigga answers back and says that he see the plane, he see it, and he's asking for let me just find this shit. Shit like this, you're gonna be seeing a lot of shit like this.
Беспилотник, смотри, беспилотник летит. Охренеть! Охренеть!
What happened to crash into whatever that dark spot was right there? I just noticed that.
Ух, блин!
flying too low, man. This the crater that this plane left in Philly. Again, I'm not one to sit up here and tell y'all that that wasn't no plane, but that shit looked funny to me.
And yep.
Ain't.
Oh, move! Michael, move! Move! We can't reflect it.
What, you got a lamb or a goat on that mom?
I'm calling 911.
And yep.
Oh,
That shit sound like a bomb. That shit don't sound like on a plane land.
Yo, that shit just blew up. Yo, look at that shit, yo. Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? Oh my God! Oh my God! La ilaha illallah. That's a plane, bro! That's a plane! I caught that on camera! Yo! 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 Oh my God! La ilaha illallah! La ilaha illallah! La ilaha illallah! La ilaha illallah! La ilaha
Just like
illallah!
him saying, oh
La
my
ilaha
God, oh my
illallah!
God.
La ilaha illallah!
Him saying, oh my God, too, but I'm just going.
Oh my God!
One thing I'm happy to see people running to the shit. You know what I mean?
Are we really going to fly this optimally piloted autonomous Black Hawk in Connecticut from 300 miles away right here in Washington, D.C.? And the answer is a resounding yes, we're going to.
You're going to see the aircraft come up to a stabilized hover, and this is going to simulate contested logistics operations where we would.
I mean, you be the judge. You be the judge.
Have a ground crew hooking up a sling load to the aircraft.
Yeah, this aircraft is holding position remarkably well.
Are we really going to fly this?
I got known. I thought that was it.
Your eyes are not playing tricks on you. There's no pilot inside this helicopter. But some people might say there's something a little ominous about seeing a military-grade helicopter flying without a pilot. This is part of a project from Lockheed Martin's subsidiary, Sikorsky, and DARPA. Now, if you're not familiar with DARPA, it's a research and development agency for the US Department of Defense. And according to DARPA, this marked the first time a Black Hawk helicopter flew without anyone on board. It took off, flew for 30 minutes over a US Army base in Kentucky before safely landing on its own.
All this by remote control.
So what made this possible? It's called ALIAS, an acronym for Air Crew Labor in Cockpit Automation System. And to find out how it works, I caught up with Sikorsky's Director of Innovations, Igor Cherepinski.
The way you sort of program this machine isn't by putting in waypoints like you would with a drone. This isn't fly here, 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 and there. You're actually explaining a mission. There's a language that was developed where you're telling the aircraft, hey, I have a cargo mission. And there's a set of cargo over here, and it's this kind of cargo, and it needs to end up over there. And this is when I need it. And then the aircraft goes out, figures out what the flight rules are, what the winds are, and shows you a plan to say, hey, here's how I would do this. And you, again, as a human being, have the final authority to modify it. But machines doing a lot of that, intermediate thinking source thing for you. This is inherently what's known as a fly-by-wire system, where mechanical controls are completely removed from the aircraft. So even in piloted mode, the pilots are flying the same computer, if you will, that's flying the aircraft when no one's on board, and that makes this aircraft easy to fly. I could teach you to fly this aircraft in 15 minutes.
I mean, I'm just here to show shit that I see. That's all. I'm just, don't mind me in my conspiracy shit. I'm just here to show you what I see. I just wanted to show y'all this. I want to say it again. Listen to the sound. That's pretty interesting too. So this from the Black Hawk. This from the helicopter.
Wait, what? Officials just said that they recovered a black box from the Black Hawk military helicopter. The National Transportation Safety Board, NTSB, announced during a news conference that they've recovered the black box from the Black Hawk helicopter in Wednesday's crash at Reagan National Airport. The black box will help investigators figure out what went wrong amid the crash. But wait, I thought that this type of Black Hawk helicopter did not have a black box. Watch this.
It's critical to note that this aircraft, the Black Hawk, the Lima model Black Hawk specifically, does not have your standard voice recorder black box that people are used to hearing about. You're going to have to rely on the external recordings of the tower air traffic control and the videos that you've seen taken from various cameras around DC.
I just find this to be very interesting information. So what kind of a black box?
Again, it's up to y'all what y'all want to think. I just find shit and I save it and I show it to you. That's all I do.
Here's what happened last night. I'm able to secure the actual audio from the incident over the Potomac last night. Let's listen in together.
Yeah, 789 contact Stone Park today. Okay. American 7130 for the final.
You're going to see a back and forth now between Reagan Tower and the various.
Mind you, we just watched the video where they told the Black Hawk to go back. So this have to have been after that conversation, I guess. Because now the tower was talking to him. I don't know who. I'm not sure who was talking to him in that video. But I think it was the base where it came from.
Aircraft that they have lined up on approach into the airport. This happened at about 8:46 p.m. Last evening, and you can see there's several airplanes lined up. That's typical coming in about that time of night at Reagan. They're talking to American Airlines 3130, which I think is number 2 for the runway. They're telling them to slow down to their final approach speed because they're separating everybody on the way in. It's going to turn out that American 3130 is a key player in what happens here.
Well, American 3130. Pat 25, traffic just off the Wilson Bridge this CRJ.
Pat 25 is the helicopter that ran into the CRJ 700. It was a PSA flight. The flight number is 5342. It would go under the call sign Blue Streak 5342. You don't ever hear them talking to tower. They've already been cleared to land on runway 33. So they would come in on an approach on runway 1, and then they would kind of circle the land on runway 33. It's a little.
He explaining the plane and the helicopter for the people who might be just coming in, if somebody's coming in. He just explaining the crash that happened in DC.
Shorter runway, but they take some of the regional jets and they put them on that runway. Pat 25 is the Black Hawk helicopter that is just south of the Woodrow Bridge, and they've just taken off. They're airborne. The tower is saying to them, there's traffic. It's a CRJ. It's at 1,200 feet, lined up for runway 33. Do you have that traffic? Pat 25 is going to call back and say yes.
It's 1,200 feet, start runway 33.
Pat 25 says, has the traffic in sight, request visual separation. What that means is that they're going to take responsibility for visual separation from that aircraft. What happened? Here's what I think happened. This is not the final word on it, but what I think happened was it was at night. There's several airplanes lined up. There is that Blue Streak 5342, which is a CRJ that they ran into. Right behind them, just a few miles, is American 3130. Everybody has their lights on as they're coming in. I believe the helicopter looked at the American 3130 and said, I've got the traffic in sight, and they never saw the airplane, the CRJ that was right next to them. That's my conjecture on what happens.
Separation group. American 1630 tower, runway 1 off Wood, Chester, Alpha, runway 33, dispatch 16 off funnel.
So this is typical stuff that's going on in a busy airport. They're lining somebody up to take off. They're saying, pay attention. I'm going to give you an immediate takeoff here. I've got traffic lining up for runway 33. That's the CRJ that got ran into. And he's on a 6-mile final. It might be somebody even behind him, but they're lining everybody up to take off into land.
Please see 5307. Keep rolling out to November 47 today.
You can see at the bottom of your screen there, the CRJ, the Blue Streak 5342. They're beginning to now kind of come out a little bit to line up the runway to land on runway 33. They're not going to go right straight down the river. They got to come out a little bit wider and come in. But remember, Pat 25, which is up here, the helicopter at the middle of your screen, they've already said we accept responsibility for visual separation.
American 1630 1 star 32014, Galaxy 5, traffic 2 mile left base runway 33, no delay, runway 13 for B to take off.
American to
Number
take
1,
off.
clear to take off, American 1630.
Here it comes.
CRJ in sight.
Now the tower is seeing what's happening, and they're saying, do you have the CRJ in sight? Because you guys are getting kind of close. And the Pat 25, the helicopter says once again, yeah, and I'm asking for visual separation. Okay, the responsibility is on you then.
Why he ain't say on the monitor we see the plane right in front of you? I mean, I guess that's not standard, but I don't know.
Pat 25, pass behind this CRJ.
Pat 25 has a aircraft in sight, precision separation.
Okay, so Pat.
And the plane can't do shit. Like the plane, even if he see him, he can't move. He can't maneuver out the fucking nigga way. So it's the helicopter job to move.
25 says, has the aircraft in sight, request visual separation. I don't think they had these guys in sight. I think they had the airplane behind them in sight. That's why this is such a tragedy.
It's the airplane in front, the airplane behind.
American 472 Oscar 1 star 32017.
So you hear somebody in the tower go, oh, and they see what just happened. As you can see in your screen here, the collision took place. The tower has seen it happen in real time. Their human beings are reacting.
Now, I can't tell you that the helicopter aimed for the plane. I don't know that.
Hey, sometimes I be looking at these motherfuckers and I don't know which ones I done seen already. So bear with me on that. This right here was crazy. Like, if that was true, like, where they go? Like, was they able to land?
If there were a firmament that was getting lower to the ground as you went south beyond the Antarctic shoreline, planes would have to fly lower. That is something that would just make sense on the
This for all the flat earth people that don't believe in domes and shit.
biblical Earth model. And when you look into what actually happens in
I mean, for all the globe earthers that don't believe in domes, my bad.
Antarctica, you find out that, wait a minute, planes do actually fly lower. How much lower? Well, a lot lower. When you look at their elevation, it's around 11,000 feet in the Antarctic region. When you go to the Arctic, it should be exactly the same because they say we live on a globe and the south and the north are exactly the same. However, they're flying at 29,000 feet, far higher because they don't have to worry about a barrier. And it's not some barrier we're making up. There is footage of this barrier. We've shared it before. There are declassified documents that speak of it. The Encyclopedia Britannica talks about a dome-like structure being around 13,000 feet beyond the 80th south parallel. I used to think there could be another explanation for that. However, there might be some truth to those numbers given that they're flying that low in Antarctica. What do you guys think? Let us know. I think this is fascinating. If there were a
Like I say, I just 5 cities to show y'all. I'm gonna tell you like this. For all my people who like taking trips and shit, I'm gonna be the first one to tell y'all, stop flying, man. Fuck that shit. Stop flying, man. Drive where you gotta go. Cause it's only gonna get worse from here. I mean, they just telling us that these freak accidents and shit like that. Nah, man, this shit purposely done. They trying to scare y'all, so just stay the fuck out the air. Definitely go like this.
Oh my God, that's a plane!
Oh shit, a plane just ran!
What is it, a plane? Plane just crashed on Cotton Avenue, yo. I was right there.
Airplane crash.
Big house on fire.
It say looks more like a missile hitting rather than a plane. I mean, I agree. Planes don't fall like that. Something certain is not adding up. I'm saying that shit look crazy to me. Or someone play the game. Saying eyes don't lie, man.
All right, guys, here's an update on the plane crash in Philadelphia, and here is some footage behind me of it. So what we know is that it was a Learjet 55 with 6 people on board. It was headed towards Branson, Missouri, and crashed shortly after takeoff from an airport in Philadelphia.
That shit, they said it shit took off like 6:07, and the calls came in at like 6:12. So what the fuck did that go up in 5 minutes? And then that wasn't even 5 minutes. If the calls came in at 12, that shit took off and just went right down. But what made it go that fast? It didn't even get up high enough to come down that fast.
Philadelphia. When I say immediately, the plane left the airstrip at 6:07 p.m. and the first call started coming in at 6:12. Now, here's what we know about the 6 people on board. 2 of them were doctors, 2 of them were pilots, 1 was a patient, and they're assuming that the other person was one of the patient's family members. It crashed into a densely populated area just outside the Roosevelt Mall. Several homes are on fire. Multiple plane parts hit cars, and there are also several businesses currently on.
I don't know. I'm about to end it up. What up, Cinnabon? I'm about to end it up with one more center. No, two more. I want y'all to see this nigga right here. I think that nigga is drunk.
There's no protocol for what's about to happen. The world is going to crumble when they see this next arrest. In the meantime, there's going to be deaths, distractions, and fires to hide evidence. Watch for it, ask questions, demand answers. You know who's on those flight logs. You do. You know who should be arrested. You all do. You know that that laptop from hell is real. You know that the black book is real. You know Ghislaine Maxwell's customers are who everybody is watching in the everyday news, including those who you drop your kids off with every day, your schools, your doctors, big banks, Chase Bank, Bank of America. There is a lot of people that are attached because this goes very deep. I told y'all this is a spider web that is tangled and tangled and tangled and woven intricately. I am telling you right now that once one goes, it's going to pull on a big string. That arrest is coming.
Hollywood's on fire, and Allie Carter's spilling secrets that'll make your jaw drop because she's claiming that these fires are not as random as they might seem, because she's claiming that the fires are allegedly a calculated move by some powerful people to hide some seriously shady stuff relating to the whole Diddy Jay-Z situation. Ally is dropping bombs about underground tunnels, trafficking rings, and cover-ups that'll leave you shook. Are A-listers running scared from something we don't know about? She has been trying to warn us about this for a hot minute, but everyone called her crazy. But now that her predictions are starting to come true, well, fans are giving the situation the side eye, and it's not pretty. Well,
They say she motherfucking Tupac daughter. I was just looking at her and they showed a picture of Jay-Z. And her last name Carter. I don't know. Let's just watch this one, this last one. I think this nigga right here might be some type of drone or something. But hey, when I say this nigga beat the fuck out this nigga, I don't know. This nigga might be a drone. I ain't never seen a nigga hit like this before.
The jab leads with the right, and there's that hand speed. And when Benavidez gets cooking, it's like fighting an octopus. Nice countered right hand, a short right, and there's Benavidez beginning to avoid Ellis's shots and really scoring at will here in round two. So
if we keep getting exchanges like that, it's going to be fun to watch. But Benavidez now landing some big power punches.
Ellis on the ropes, trying to
back on a regular basis.
Speaking of firing, there's some fire to the body by David Benavidez.
Yeah, you are absolutely right. Remember, Benavidez said he would have him out before round 6 ended. So we'll see. There's still some time to go here in round 6.
But you have to like the countenance, the attitude of Ronald Ellis, Abner.
Yes, I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
And our opener of Ellis there, feeling the power of Benavidez, and then hold on, but now Benavidez at the right distance here, Abner. He is teeing off on Ellis.
Yeah, he definitely is teeing off. He's landing those inside punches, though. Now it's time to be recognized, for your good boxing more than the mistakes.
Benavidez putting together these combinations here in the 8th, and Benavidez.
He's got to throw it again. That body shot definitely hurt.
Right uppercut, another uppercut, and now David Benavidez pouring it on Ronald Ellis. He is hitting the body, the head. He is just strafing Ronald Ellis, and you wonder, referee Callis, the corner, watching very intently with Ellis pinned in the corner, and now Benavidez unloading on Ronald Ellis. Ellis has earned his bones in this fight tonight.
This fight
doesn't mean it's
the jab.
People don't hit like that, bro. That nigga some type of machine, right? Cinnabon. I'm about to be out, man. I think I showed you everything I had to show y'all on that shit. I don't know. I'll find some more, come back another time. Let me see what I got over here. No, ain't got nothing over there. Nope, I ain't got nothing over there. I want y'all to see. So I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for coming through, babe. Thanks for stopping up in the chat. I'll check y'all later. Love all y'all mofos. I'm out.